Live from the district. 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 Live from the district.
Welcome to another edition of Live from the District. I am Easy Street. Of course, we are at 12 Stories, Southwest DC Wharf. Look who's here! Look who's here!
Let's get it.
Moe Gentry's back, but this time he's got a friend. Big Lou, Pure Elegance, one of my favorite bands in the building. Yeah. What's up, Lou? How you doing, man?
Always great, bro.
The CMOS man.
Absolutely.
Taking care of the folks.
Health is wealth.
Exactly, man. You looking good, man. You looking 16 out this joint, bro.
Oh, yeah. I got my mohawk going.
Got the mohawk going.
Me and my son got matching mohawks.
Okay.
So, we good.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
So, Pure Elegance has made its mark when it comes to DC Go-Go. There's no way that I can do a set representing Washington, D.C. and the official music of Washington, D.C. without playing not one, but at least two Pure Elegance records. Why is that, bruh?
We made our mark. We made a good record, period, point blank. And in all actuality, y'all probably wouldn't believe it, but the entire band, when we recorded that record, nobody liked it in the band.
Which record? Like Keep It Moving?
Keep It Moving, One Leg Up. Nobody liked it.
Nobody liked it?
We wanted it. We wanted to do it over again.
Really?
He the reason we ain't do it over.
Mo,
Yeah,
what are he talking about? What?
Tell the truth.
Tell me the truth. Tell me the truth.
No,
Look me in my face and tell me the truth, bruh.
I would rather for Lou to tell it, because if I tell it, then they'll spin it like I'm bragging or being arrogant.
Nah. Well, now you really gotta say it now. Go ahead. What happened?
What happened? No, Lou, you tell it, Lou. You always tell it.
So when it came to doing the edit of the album, because we did that in one take at Barnett's in Southeast. Yeah. So that we played that whole album live, one take. So everything you hear on there, we did it one time at a show, and we recorded it. So when we got to the studio and it was time to edit.
Did you record? You were working the sound?
I wasn't working the sound. Rio Edwards, he recorded it. But when it came back to mixing it down and everything and master it, I did it at the studio. So as he's telling the story, the whole CD, the whole album was done live. But as he's telling you, they didn't like it. He wanted to change it. So when I'm in the studio trying to mix it down, they come in there, he telling me what to do. I was like, Lou, if y'all don't get out of here, well, he should have told you the part what I really said.
What was the problem, Lou? We're talking about classic records in DC Go-Go history, bro.
You gotta understand, musicians are sensitive. Like what Eric about these things, we sensitive about it. You know what I'm saying? So we was in that mode, like, we can do better, we can do better, we can do better. And Mo was just like, and we was bugging, man, you gotta turn it up, turn it down. I don't like that right there. And finally he just said, hey man, all y'all get the mother. He put us out the studio.
Yeah, I put him out.
And the rest is history.
Okay, so when you put them out of the studio, what did you do? What were you doing? How did you bring this into fruition? Some of the greatest go-go records ever made. When they left the room, what did you do?
My whole focus was to concentrate and make this CD/album sound different than anything else that was on the circuit. That was my whole thing, and they was messing with my I ain't gonna say experience. They was messing with my mojo. I was in tunnel vision, and I heard in my own mind how I wanted it to sound. But by them keep running their mouth, telling me to turn this up, turn that down, they was taking me out of my zone. So once I put them out of the studio, it came into fruition what I was trying to accomplish as far as the sound with the drums, the vocals, everything. I just want everything to sound totally different, Easy. So I just put my head down and just really just went to the grind. And even Rio said, how long is it gonna take you to do this? I probably listened to it for probably about 20 minutes, Easy. Then I just started recording because I knew what direction I wanted to go in. So I didn't want to waste time, because if you keep listening to a recording, you'll start wanting to change a lot of
Right, you'll
mixes.
start nitpicking. You'll start doing too much.
Right. So I just went straight. I went for it. And next thing you know, an hour later, it was done. And Rio said, "You finished?" I was like, "Yeah, man. When I put them out of the out of the studio, I could focus more." He was like, "I can't believe this. This is the fastest."
That's unheard of.
Yeah.
This is when you mixing records. That's got to be a record, because you're doing a whole album, so every song is different.
It's
Right.
different.
So you see what I'm saying? So if you do it in an hour, and I still don't believe him, I'm gonna tell you, I don't believe he did it in an hour.
I did.
He-
did.
That's his story. He's
He
been sticking
gonna
with it
stand
for
on that.
30 years. He's been sticking with that story for 20 years. So it's the truth. You know what I mean?
And then the other thing, as Lou was saying, I was the backbone behind the record as far as promotion, getting it airplay, getting it to the DJs. He'll tell you, I did all that. I was in this radio stations, 93, 95,
Old
96.
school style. Old school.
Okay,
you had to
100.
walk it in.
Right.
You had to walk it in. We had
Oh,
a
I still got the vinyl, bro.
Yeah,
I still got the Pure Elegance vinyl, bro.
Now, when you go back, look at it.
Oh,
My name was on. That's why you was with them. Go look at it real closely.
I still got the vinyl, man.
And you know, like when you used to get records back in the days, you used to get a test press for your vinyl.
Right.
So that test press didn't last long. We gave the test press to CeeLo.
The Super Funk Regulator, CeeLo. Say his whole name.
Yeah, no question.
Yeah.
That's my guy. That's my guy.
Shout out to the Super
CeeLo.
Funk Regulator.
CeeLo.
The homie.
Now, CeeLo probably remember this. I'm going to tell the story anyway. We gave the test press. We had just got it back. So we said, we want you to listen to the record. We gave the test press to CeeLo. We never got it back.
Of course not.
We never. He say, and CeeLo says, "Man, if you let me keep this, I promise you, I'm gonna get you in rotation." And the rest is history. I swear, nothing never happened that fast.
Right. That's
Just
crazy.
like that.
Well, it was greatness. I mean, it's greatness. I mean, I already told you, there's no me playing any go-go, and I don't know anyone else doing this at a high level without playing at least 2 to 3 records. I mean, Keep It Moving, One Leg Up,
Black Body Snatchers.
Oh my God, bro.
And we was the first with Black Body Snatchers. They say we stole that.
Wait a
but we didn't
minute.
steal
Hold
that.
on.
I love my mom, but we did that first.
Listen,
we didn't do it.
White Boy was on the show.
I just seen my man. That's my dog. That's my dog.
Okay, I'm just saying. So who had the black? Who
Hey.
had the body snatcher first?
All you gotta do is look at the record. What came out first?
We had it first.
Came out first.
And White Boy.
But we all family, so this ain't no competition.
Right.
We all first. You know what I mean? But hey, they the big dogs. We already know this. They like the uncles of the game. You know what I'm talking about? So shout out to RE, man. We love y'all.
Yeah.
We love y'all.
And I remember when I ran into White Boy on the street, he was
Yeah.
like, "I knew you had something to do with it." He was like, "I knew you had something to do with it."
Yeah, it's my guy.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
let me ask you this, Lou. I gotta ask you this question while I got you here, man. So obviously you already said you did not like the record.
Right.
When you saw the reaction of go-go fans around the world to this record, how was you feeling on that day?
I was feeling good. I definitely was feeling great because, once again, I always got to tell an RE story when I come to speaking to this. So I got a cousin. I got to give you this story. I got a cousin, RE head. Everybody that's around us, RE heads. If you ain't an RE head, you're probably not from my neighborhood.
I'm one of them too, bro.
Yeah, me too. Mm-hmm. So when we got the CDs back in the tape, the tape cassettes back, I said, man, listen, is this our album? So at the time, he was listening to Rare Essence. We all love. So he pops out the Rare Essence and put in the Pure Elegance. He listened to it for like 2 minutes. All right, young, take that shit out. Put that RE back in there. And it crushed me. He was like, damn, you got to do this shit over. And then I promise you, no more than 3 weeks later, that same cousin, uncle of mine, was telling me, hey, man, you remember that joint? Man, that's my joint. I said, you threw it out you want me to throw it out the window when you listen to it? So, I mean, you know, it was one of them situations where it was like, wow. So then it started getting played, and then the rest is history, especially when we got that check. I think the first check we got was like $10,000. So we took it to the bank, and everything else is pretty cool. You know what I'm talking
So
about?
how does it feel when you riding through the streets of Washington, D.C.,
Yeah.
and you hear yourself on the radio? How's it feel?
Now or then?
First, then, and then let's get to now.
Back in the days, I was Sice. I was always Sice. It was always a good feeling. You know what I mean? Like we was neighborhood superstars before superstars. We probably was neighborhood superstars before the album came out anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But like now, I still like it. I'm just ready for the new. I just want some. I want anybody from the city to get a hit and just blow up. I don't care who it is. That's how much I love the game. I don't care. And it's definitely some hits out here. I don't understand why nobody's blew up to get it again. You know what I mean? I think it's good music. I just don't know why it hasn't did the the classic thing. I think we got like a classic, I guess.
Right.
Point.
Yeah. Oh, definitely a classic. No question. I mean, and I'm glad you kind of brought that up because it just, one of the things that I do at HUR, on Saturday night with the 8 o'clock crank session is I wanted to do this segment to play the classic joints like your records, the Rare Essence records, the JYB records, the Junkyard records, the NEG records, and all these other ones. But I wanted to find the new classics, the new classic record from the new bands, from the older bands doing new music. But it's tough. I think that it's tough to find these new classics, Mo. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, it's really hard. I still find myself gravitating to all these other great familiar records, man. What do I need to do, bro? Well, what do I need to change my mindset or what? And I know I'm not the only one because, and I say this respectfully, and there's a lot of great records. Vibe Band is doing this at a high level.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of bands that I love. Frank Sirius, Scooby and them. Yeah, they're doing their thing, man. But to me, these older records still, they got that punch, man. They are the records that are punching you in the mouth, man. Why do I feel that way? And maybe that's not a question.
Yeah, I mean, I can answer the question. It's because most of the musicians that's in the game right now, they're being too complacent of playing other people's music. They're not taking the time out to create something new for the fan base. It's like it's more easier for them to play other people's music than to sit back and create something new, because I know it'll work. Because a prime example is I was down Richmond, Virginia last year with Trouble Funk. You know how big Trouble Funk catalog is, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Deep.
All right. It was over 15,000 people outside. All ethnicities, all everything. So Trouble Funk played one cover tune, and it was a Neo the Champagne Life. Everything else belonged to Trouble, and every song that they hit easy, the crowd was chanting it. It was saying it word for word. So that's letting me know those are old records. If you take the time out to gravitate and to get into your craft, that you can come up with something that people are going to love for generations. I've seen it done. And they're just not taking the time out to do it. They're just not. And it need to be talked about more and put out there, because to me, I've been doing this since 78. I've been in the go-go since 78. I was in shows when I ain't not even supposed to be there with Rare Essence and Chuck Brown. You know what I'm saying? And I'm here to tell you that if you put in the work with anything, not just go-go, you got to put in the work and you'll reap benefits. And so with other people, it's just that they're getting too complacent right now, and go-go cannot last if we don't start coming up with original music and stop being cover tune bands. Now, don't misconstrue what I'm saying. I don't have a problem with no band playing other people's music. That's cool. But you have to have your own catalog. And then people wonder why Essence is still going strong. EU still going strong. Trouble still going strong. Junkyard. Every band I just named, what do all those bands have in common?
They got their own records.
Thank you.
And also, Pure Elegance. You know what? As we had,
Absolutely.
as you just
Yeah.
mentioned, I was just thinking, you know what? None of those records that I like, that are classic records from Pure Elegance, are cover songs.
That's what I'm
They're
trying.
all originals.
Yeah.
I respect. I respect both what both y'all are saying, but your question was, what is it going to take? And I think personally myself, I think it is a lot of records out here that's original. They just haven't. I'm not blaming nobody, but if they got 40 spins a day, you don't think they would become hot? Or it don't work like that? You don't think it works like that? A record is hot.
As far as you mean from a radio standpoint, so you think radio is also, and we could talk about that too.
I like to ask you that question. I mean, what you think about that? I know you're the interviewer.
I think that that's a very good point, and thank you for that question. I think that radio does dictate sometimes to an audience what is a hit to, and sometimes when we do hear songs over and over and over, it can be a deciding factor. I absolutely 100% believe that's why we call it radio programming. You're programming people to like what you do. Okay. So that's a very good point. Yeah. That's a very good point. But I think that from what I'm saying is, I don't get the same. I don't know if it's the song structure. I don't know if it's not. I don't know if it's the way that the songs are mixed. It's like I'll give you an example. Here's another thing that I think why I fell in love with these Pure Elegance records, because they were like raw. They were like they were like raw, like hip hop, like Wu-Tang Clan, but go-go. I don't know if I can. Is that? Can I say that?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
But do you know where I'm coming from?
I say Junkyard is the Wu-Tang Clan about
But raw. The sound was raw.
It's just raw.
It was grimy. It was gritty.
Facts.
It was street. It was underground. It had the driving beats. It had the chants in there. And a lot of that I don't hear in these new records. Am I wrong, Mo?
No, you're right. And once again, they, like I said earlier, they got away from the foundation of go-go. See, a whole lot of people getting it misconstrued of what go-go really is. Yes, it's non-stop. That's where the name come from. But go-go is about originality. The music first. You must create your own music first. There's nothing wrong with covering somebody. Prince done that in concert. If somebody he liked, he played their music.
Right.
But Prince had his own music. That's what it all comes down to. You gotta wanna create something that's gonna outlast you and leave a legacy and something for the culture. You know, but like I said, people getting complacent easy. And back to the other thing about not just radio play, you have DJs that's out here in the street, right? They will play a hip hop record, a R&B record to death everywhere they go. Them people not paying you. Why are you not supporting your own culture? But the first thing that come out their mouth easy, oh, I don't play go-go records at a go-go. But you'll be at a hip hop concert and play hip hop records.
Right.
It don't make sense, man.
Don't go with them easy right there. That's a go-go conundrum.
You know
right
what?
there.
I have to agree with him. But you know what? To take it a step further, though, Mo, is this. They got some clubs in DC that will not allow go-go being played in there.
I didn't know that one.
I can't DJ at no place, bro. Respectfully, keep your money. If you tell, and Bill would tell you this.
That's crazy.
If I can't play go-go, then you ain't gonna see me come to your venue, bro.
Oh, wow.
Period.
That's all right.
Period. And I'm not gonna name the clubs, but there are clubs right now in
That'll be
DC
free
that don't want go-go being played in their venue, man.
But guess what?
Ridiculous.
Easy. Guess what? Easy. These same clubs that you don't want to name, when they're not making no money, they call on go-go
Absolutely.
bands.
Yep, you got that right. Bingo. That's facts right there.
The bar don't drink.
Yep, when nobody's coming through, when they feel like I gotta save my business, well, you know what? Let's go ahead and bring in Backyard Band.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and bring in Belladonna EU and what you think about, it's like to the rescue. But you know what? Politicians do the same damn thing during elections.
Yeah.
Y'all cutting hard on this. We taping this?
Yes, it's live from the district. This is how we talk, bro.
Raw and this. Yeah, okay.
We gonna talk. Am I lying, though?
No. Nobody don't want go-go, but when something that's going wrong,
You need
and
that
you
vote.
know
You need that
vote or something for your numbers to go up, they reach out to Go-Go.
Right.
And they win every time.
Right.
So what does that tell you? I
Yeah,
don't
it's ridiculous.
understand.
So what's crazy to me, man, before we wrap up, and then we're gonna talk to you about what you got going on, is this on the level of what we talking about right now.
Okay.
During the pandemic, it was only one genre of music out this joint that was still thriving. Yeah, there were some states in places that said we're not having performances, but then they found other places to go, and the go-go was still popping. Am I lying, Mo?
No, you're not.
When everything else was shut down during the pandemic, go-go is still pushing forward.
The pandemic might have helped Go-Go.
Really? Why you say that?
Dreaming.
I'm just telling you the truth. Like, think about it. They were saying Go-Go was dead. You remember all that dumb stuff they put? I ain't gonna say dumb stuff. Go-Go dead.
Or the youth don't like go-go, which is some crazy.
But man, look what it did. Like, all of old school mob back eating, because Bounce Beat was cranking. They was eating very, very well.
Right.
And if you don't like Bounce Beat, kill yourself. I mean, because it's part of our culture. We gotta like it all.
Right.
You know, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying
We can't
I love it
disrespect
all.
the young
Yeah,
and
you
DD.
can't.
We can't
We
disrespect
need
the
them. We
youngins.
probably need them more than they need us.
Right.
I'm just because it's got to stay young. It's got to keep it. That's what keep it moving. So I ain't saying we got the old guys got to
Excuse
get
the
out the
pun.
way.
He says he gets.
Yeah.
That's what keep it moving.
And
Okay.
yeah, no question. So you got to do that. Like we need them youngins to do what they.
Right.
I'm trying to do an album on a young. I would put a band together, and I want to just produce them because I think that's the avenue. I think Michael Jackson started off when they was 5, and they developed a following and kept that following from 5 years old to 50. That's just like wrestling. Wrestling ain't gonna die because they've been doing this since high school,
generation.
junior high school. So guess what? When they get to high school, it's gonna come, and that's what happens. So you go from Junkyard. You love Junkyard when you're little, and when you get old enough to get in the go-go, guess who you go see? Wrestling.
Yeah.
And then everybody that see TCB, they might say, well, I'm gonna make my development. I might go see Junkyard or Backyard or Northeast Groover. So that's just how the game works. But man, you gotta love this. I just love the game. I just want to see somebody pop off with some new music, and it get that whole team behind it. Like I ain't saying we got lucky, but we came around the perfect time. Like everybody, like the '90s situation when everybody was hot, from Northeast Groovers to Rassins to Pure Elegance to the Huckabucks. I don't think they talk about the Huckabucks a lot. Huckabucks was doing the damn thing. I'm just saying I'm a go-go head, so that's just what I'm saying. So we used to play on shows together, and everybody was hot at the same time. So I don't know if that would ever happen again. It should, but you know that's something that programmers and DJs and bands and individuals got to get back together and say, okay, man, let's just make it happen.
So now what's going on with the band? I know you're still performing. It's not the name Pure Elegance.
It sounds elegant.
Sounds elegance.
Yeah. I mean, but it's everything come off the Pure Elegance tree. I could try to fight me not being in Pure Elegance, and I still play gigs. So even if I play with Chuck Brown and Soul Searchers, they still gonna say Pure Elegance Lou, period, point blank.
Right.
And I'm cool with that. I don't have no problem with that. It's no problems. It's just, you know, like I say, musicians are sensitive about their shit. So
Right.
I like the authenticity to be authentic with the '90s sound.
Right.
I like that. So I wanted to make sure that stayed there, and then we develop on top of that. You know, I didn't want to do the cover thing that much at that time, but I found myself, okay, I understand where it's going. So what do y'all want to do? I don't want to sound like this band. I want to sound like PE and stay in that lane. I didn't really want to come out of that lane. Like, I don't mind developing, but I don't want to sound like RE.
Right.
I don't want to sound like Backyard. I don't want to sound like Junkyard.
Right.
That's there. So I want to sound like Pure Elegance. And when we do the Pure Elegance thing, that's what we're going to do. We do the Sounds of Elegance thing, that's what we're going to do. So if I want to do covers and stuff, I can play with a band that do the covers. I can play with the next hours and things of that sort, and I can get in that lane. I feel like that's an easy spot for me because it's easier. Playing covers is easy to me because I ain't got to really do too much. You know what I mean? It's so sweet. It's like you can just eat. I'm just eating. I'm like, y'all gonna let me do this and steal this money like this? And it's too easy.
Right.
But when you got to go in there and you got to play, like, if say me, Junkyard, Backyard Wrestlers on the same card, I ain't gonna be able to play on that show. We got to get busy because they gonna get busy.
Oh, absolutely.
And you gonna be like, man, what you gonna do? Coming off the stage, man, you got to get busy. That's when that's my lane. I love that and creating new music. So making a song for me is kind of easy, Like Pedro like a genius. Like this little dude, I don't think he gets his due, but he's so creative. And we thrive off each other. So when it comes to making music, it's kind of easy. I ain't say we ain't had a hit, but we can make music so easily, original music when we together. So I wanted to stay with that line right there. So shout out to Sounds Elegant and all the guys in the band. And I love y'all.
Wonderful. Moe Gentry, final word, man. What you working on, bro? You always got something going on.
Man, I'm just doing what God given me to do. Just continue. I'm trying to give back. Work with the youth, with people, ladies that don't have men in the household. And I'm just trying to help the young fellas. You know what I'm saying? Give them some type of direction. Other than that, like I said, I love what I do. He'll tell you I'm about mine. If you playing with me on the stage, he'll tell you I cut your mic off.
He ain't lying, man. I can't stand him. I love him too, but I make sure it's show nice. I leave him alone.
Yeah, you get to talking crazy now. White boy, he was still here. He'll tell you.
Don't cut the mics off, Moe.
Yeah, plenty days. He say, Googie, would you please turn me up? Cause Moe ain't gonna do it. So they know how I am because I love what I do, and I'm very passionate about anything that I do. And a lot of people will misconstrue that of being mad or whatever. No, I take my craft seriously. It's a lot of people out here in this industry, Easy, they're in the way. Just to say I'm a part of something, they're in the way.
Raw and uncut. Lord have mercy.
You know what I'm saying? And it's getting real sickening because it's a difference between an engineer and a knob turner. A knob turner is somebody that's just gonna turn up anything, don't have a foundation, and just don't care. An engineer is gonna move knobs to make everything have a special blend and have it sounding good for the people that's coming to see you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I gotta be in any type of show and I'm this close to Lou and I gotta yell talking to you, that's a problem.
Ain't it?
I should be able to talk to you normally and still hear that performance.
Right.
Absolutely.
So that's why I say that's the difference between the engineer and the knob turner.
Thanks for breaking that down, fellas. Appreciate y'all for coming through. Right. Shout out Big Lou. Shout out to Moe Gentry. We'll see you next time. Live from the district.
Peace.
Live from the district. Live from the district. Live from the district.